Yes, guys. This guy is Hassan's head moderator. We stole 8K from him. Let's go. It's a
Hell
W.
yeah, brothers.
Yes.
Fellas. New SuperMega scandal just dropped.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
I'm playing Minecraft right now.
James. What's up, James?
Hey JD, I'm playing Minecraft right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm on Skype.
Well, I call him James.
While I waited for you.
And everyone else calls him Jimmy. Just works like that.
It's a bit weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James. I don't know if you've heard of any of them.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's a SuperMega scandal going on.
There's a what?
There's another SuperMega scandal going on.
Oh, really? I haven't caught up to them in a few weeks as I've been busy. But what happened?
Yet another former employee has done something, but this time it was about something that supposedly not he did or them. I actually don't know the gender of them, but it's not what they did. It's what Matt and Ryan did.
Really? And what they do?
Supposedly, according to this employee, they're actually very homophobic.
Are they?
And that they put on like a
that is surprising to me if they are.
I wouldn't be too surprised, but I don't know how true it is the thing.
You don't know who to trust in this one, huh? You gotta wait a bit to find out what more details, or are you gonna jump to assumptions? You're not gonna immediately defend your homeboy, or
who's my homeboy in this situation?
I don't know. You're the person accusing them of homophobia, I guess.
I actually don't even know who the person accusing them is. I've never heard of them before.
Oh, you don't know what they look like?
No, I actually didn't look into them. I just thought, hey, this will be our next Jackson Tucker.
The only thing you know is that there's an employee that's just saying that?
A former employee.
Did they get fired or something?
Them of it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't looked into it. I was like, ooh, this could be good for a pod episode, you know?
Oh, I see. So you think it's good for a pod episode, but you didn't look into it. So now we got
that way we can look into it now, and we can read all the bank statements now. You know?
Yeah.
We can read how much alcohol he bought again.
Am I gonna find out that this person who accused of homophobia is a huge Tiki fan and loves to spend money on alcohol and Persona 5 collectibles?
I don't know.
I don't know. Controversy, I guess.
Yeah. Here, I'm pulling it up as well. I turned off Minecraft for this.
I don't know. I'm not seeing this thing. Is it the Dan thing?
I don't know. Homophobia. Let's see. Can someone explain to me what the fuck is he taught? I'm reading a Reddit post, by the way. This is on the SuperMega show. Reddit.
Did you see this on Reddit or something? Because I don't use Reddit.
No, so. I saw this on TikTok, and it was like several videos, one after the other, were all about. So Leighton is his name. So okay, so my last tweet was incredibly vague, and I honestly should have thought it out before posting it. I'm honestly terrified to talk about my experience. A lot of it was not positive. I was used as an excuse to make homophobic jokes with no consequences. I felt pressured to go along with it because I wanted to be liked, even though I knew the jokes weren't acceptable. The day I realized
he just didn't like the jokes.
I'm not entirely sure. I think he's saying that like they used him as like how Steven Crowder is like, well, one of the people on my podcast is a Jewish person, so that makes what I say okay. I think he's trying to say
or when I point at you and I'm like gay, and then and that's the joke.
Gay bad.
Gay.
When you point at me and you quote your mother, yes, Jason.
When I quote my mother, but in an unironic way, in the way that I agree with them.
Yeah, it seems like from the first paragraph of this post, because it looks like it goes further, and I've only got a little bit of it. It's a twit longer.
Oh, I see.
I don't even know what those are or how people do them, but Lane has a blue check mark though, so this could be nothing.
What do you mean? What does the blue check mark mean?
I think this is post when Twitter took down everybody's blue check marks. If you still had them, you're paying for it. So I think that's why it's also
Oh,
a
I
longer
see.
post. Why? That's
Oh,
why
did
I'm
that
saying
happen
this is a
already?
nothing thing. Yeah. That's been a
Okay.
thing. It's been a thing for a minute.
I
That's
see.
why I'm like,
I
I
don't use
think
it,
this
so I don't
might be
know.
before that or after.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. So it keeps reading again. This isn't the full thing. This is just a Reddit post. That was the first result. But the day I realized things were beyond inappropriate, I tried to get a book signed for a young fan that attempted suicide because he was being bullied because he's gay. Instead of taking it serious, the kid was made fun of in front of me because they weren't sure if he was a fan or not. Numerous quote unquote jokes were
Mm-hmm.
made, but the worst thing said was, "Sorry you tried to kill yourself. Here's a book." Oh my god.
I mean, that sounds
Oh,
pretty funny.
oh, oh. I broke down crying and explained that I had been in the same position at his age, but still it was a joke to them. The jokes only stopped once I raised my voice, and all that was said was a simple "I'm sorry," while my other boss walked out of the room without saying anything. That's where it cuts off.
Mm. Okay, so you had like
Mm.
a bad experience one time with that?
I think he's saying he's had a bad experience multiple times, but they didn't understand and they just thought it was all jokes and stuff.
I see. I mean, I could see that happening. Is that a confirmed thing, or
I don't know.
I
This is
don't
what
think
I'm looking for more
Super
stuff.
Mega's ever, or I don't think Matt and Ryan are ever gonna like reply to it. So
No.
I guess
I
that's all
think
we
this
have to
is
work with.
yeah. Here I'm going to the
I don't know,
oh,
man. You know, because
they did
sometimes
put out a
these.
oh my god, wait, they put out a post about it.
Oh, did they?
Jesus Christ, it's huge. Yeah, here I'll link it to you. It's on Twitter.
I see. Maybe
I
it's
think this
just
is them.
maybe it's,
With the whole blue check marks being gone, I'm pretty sure this is them, but I'm not
maybe
entirely sure.
maybe it's just because of the browser I'm using. But I don't get recommended any of this stuff. Super Mega, but it's got a space between sup and We are aware that our ex-employee Leighton Stollard has made statements about us, accusing us of homophobia behind the scenes. We want to state unequivocally that no one in SuperMega believes that certain people are better or worse based on their orientation. Always supported the community openly. Will continue to do so. That's the
I
impression I
keep
got
noticing
from them.
you're not saying a few words here, JD. You're not saying
Well,
sexual
it's because
orientation or
it's because
LGBTQ plus community. Interesting.
it's because
Interesting the things you admit here, JD.
I'm scanning through it. There's a lot of like
I'm
fluff
aware
here.
that my former employer Gizmo Works is homophobic.
Yeah, you. What took you so long, idiot? uh, hmm.
So stupid. Uh, yeah, it's a fucking huge tweet though. Jesus.
Oh, they've had meetings with him to discuss communications and feelings within the last 6 months to make sure they're not crossing any boundaries and that he felt comfortable on both occasions. He assured us he had no problem with the jokes, and they're all on the same page in terms of the bits. Stressed if it ever made him uncomfortable, we would stop making them apologize. Reached out privately, tweeted about a situation which we supposedly laughed. Oh, there it is. Leighton also tweeted about a situation in which we supposedly laughed at and wouldn't sign a book for a young victim of a suicide attempt. This is a distorted retelling of what actually happened. That's what I was thinking, is that if this Leighton character is anything like you, James, I'm going to assume that he just misremembers every single event.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like I'm misremembering what Leighton's tweet was, but I don't think he said that they didn't sign the book. I don't think I remember him
they
saying that they
quoted
didn't
it, so
sign
he
it.
must have said it, right?
I guess, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Can you
remember
link
reading
me
that part,
his tweet when he said that?
yeah, here, hold on.
It's like I don't want to miss anything here, you know. But yeah, let me continue reading this then. A person close to Leighton asked him if we could sign a copy of our book to give to a young person who had attempted suicide after being bullied for their sexuality. We of course agreed. We each signed our names and wanted to add a personal note, so we inquired further. Turned out that the person was not familiar with SuperMega in the slightest. Leighton claimed in his tweet that the person was a young fan, but we were told that they did not know who we were, but watched YouTube in general. We raise concern about the appropriateness of sending merchandise of our channel to someone in that situation, skeptical that it will come off as vain and self-insertive. These concerns were misread as jokes at the expense of the situation instead of legitimate worries. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get what they're saying.
Because I guess it is kind of weird it's kind of weird to give a signed copy of your book to someone who's not your fan and also dealing with that kind of situation. But then you give it to them pretending as if you, or like give it to them pretending as if you know fully what they're going through and stuff. I guess that is weird.
I think your dogs also agree.
Oh yeah, I have a story about my dogs, and I'll get to that a bit later. After
did you try giving them a SuperMega book after they?
Yeah, I tried signing them a book, but then I made a joke like, "What if you died or something?" And they took it off, and they didn't take it very well, so I had to apologize. Where is it? Here. Oh, there it is. The day I realized things were beyond it. This was Leighton saying this.
Yeah.
I tried to get a book signed for a young fan that attempted suicide because he was being bullied because he's gay. Instead of taking it serious, this kid was made fun of in front of me, saying they weren't sure if he was a fan or not. Numerous jokes were made, but the worst thing said was, "Sorry you tried to kill yourself. Here's a book." I broke down crying, explained I had been in the same position as they just tells jokes to them. The joke only stopped once I raised my voice. I said, "I'm sorry, my boss." I guess he never said they signed it.
Right. Like I didn't see the part where that happened, so I was like very confused. I was like, well, I don't think he was saying they wouldn't sign it. That's why
I remember him saying that there was
I'm fucking insane or something. JD.
What?
Sorry, this is very off topic, but I'm looking at the right side of like my Twitter feed here, where it's like, what's happening, and it's like, here are the things that are trending. It's like trending in the United States: Allen, Texas, which I guess is a place; sports, Cody Martin; open wheel racing, Chico, and then it's just trending in the United States: William.
As in William Afton?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me continue reading SuperMega's side then. Leighton also tweeted about a situation we supposedly laughed at and wouldn't sign a book for a victim. Oh wait, no, that's the one we've already seen. After that, we had a long conversation with him to resolve any miscommunication. We still offered to sign the book for him. Any misplaced feelings were set aside to resolve the issue with a hug. So I guess what Leighton was implying in his tweet is that instead of signing the book, they just made fun of him.
Oh, okay.
That's probably what that meant, right?
I'm also forgetting again what the SuperMega tweet said again, and I don't want to like read for it because then I'll get caught.
Yeah, because here it is, right? It says, "I tried to get a book signed for a young fan, but instead of taking it serious, the kid was made fun of in front of me." So I'm guessing that means, they didn't sign it, and they just made fun of it.
From the Leighton tweet, I assume that the kid was like there and they were doing a book signing, but from the SuperMega tweet, it implies that Leighton like walked up to him in like the office or like their house, I guess.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it is. They're in like a private space. They're not in front of the kid.
Because the Leighton tweet made it come off like it's in a book signing,
like in a public event somewhere.
Yeah, like
dude. If it was in a public event, if that actually happened, it would be like recorded and spread online like immediately. Then it would be like no joke.
Dude, everybody.
But now I'm rereading Leighton's side. It is like a private thing because I don't think he ever said it was in a public space.
No, it just comes off from like the Leighton tweet. It comes off like, "Hey, yeah, there was this kid who wanted to get his book signed and everything," and
he said, "I tried to get a book signed for a young fan." That's what Leighton said.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like.
You're the one trying to
kidding. I'm like reading this as I'm like
James, I guess you were never really best at reading.
I'm contradicting myself because they were like, well, they wouldn't sign in the SuperMega tweet. They're like, and Leighton said we wouldn't sign it, and I'm like, but Leighton didn't say that, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm like losing the plot. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing it, JD. I'm losing it.
No, I'm getting what's going on here. So Leighton's saying,
Chad from Cold One sent a reply.
Leighton's saying he went up to Matt Ryan and said he wanted to get a book signed for a young fan who, hold on, they just opened my door for no reason and now all the sound is coming in, so I gotta close it real quick. I'll be back.
I love when a family member just walks up, opens the door, and then walks away. This is a great time to promote some things, folks. Like my Twitch channel, which I am streaming on.
Back.
No_last_name_.
Sorry about that. For some
where
reason,
I stream me playing Halo Infinite and script writing and drawing sometimes.
Whoa, sorry. What are you talking about?
I was doing a plug, an ad read while you were gone.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Gotta make that money,
sometimes my family walks by, opens up my door, and it just leaves it there for some reason. Anyway.
That's why I lock my doors.
I would lock my doors, but it's kind of rude for them, and I think it makes them a little anxious. Like they have like this. They always do things that are kind of irrational, and it makes them feel bad.
Your family is paranoid. I understand. My father.
Yeah, they're very similar to you, and I understand that. I'm really tolerant of it.
They're very similar to you, as I say. My father is paranoid.
Yeah.
My father, who accuses his old business partner of poisoning him.
Anyway, let's get back to the seriousness. Not to joke about this.
The dangerousness.
Those who know us know that we have a history with suicide and take it very seriously. Not a day goes by where the gravity of the situation doesn't weigh on us and encourages us dealing with suicidal thoughts to seek professional help and reaching out to loved ones. That's what I was thinking, is that, instead of trying to get the kids a book signed or something, I think professional help would be a bit better. I don't think Matt and Ryan are like super professional help when it comes to those kinds of things. We admit that we are.
Get what Layton was thinking.
We admit that we are two immature dudes who can be sophomoric when it comes to comedy.
Jay, how can you not even read that?
Sorry, it's not a word that I see very often. However, we have never used humor to mask actual bigotry. While we have been irresponsible with this style of humor, there is never any hatred in our hearts stemming from someone's sexuality, race, gender, editing, etc. We try our best to make sure that the people around us feel comfortable. We like to end this by extending a public apology to Layton for any times he has felt uncomfortable with our jokes. We felt this was important to respond to, and we ask that nobody harass Layton. We wish him best moving forward. I think that's pretty solid for me.
Yeah, except for when this happened.
Except for this signing that you thought was public, but wasn't actually. We have
a video
public.
Of the event.
Except for this recorded clip of them saying that they're homophobic.
Except for this little video we have here. You see, this is a video of them during Creator Clash.
Yeah, to me it seems like I don't think Matt and Ryan are actually bigoted, right?
No,
I don't think they're actually like that. I think they like to make a lot of jokes about it, and I think that's fine. I think anything could be made jokes of, depending on the context. I don't think they actually made jokes about the whole suicide thing, or maybe they were so like it's one of those awkward things where you're awkward and you don't know how to like talk about how to convey this feeling of, I don't really want to sign this because this kid seems like he has actual problems and I want him to get professional help instead of just this book. So yeah, I think they cracked a couple jokes and it didn't come across very well. And then Layton was like, he got baby rage mad, and then
Layton said,
That's how I feel like that situation went down.
Layton turned to Matt and Ryan of SuperMega and said, "That's my secret, guys. I'm always angry."
That's my secret, Cap. I always have to get involved in these things I don't have to get involved in.
It's my secret, Cap. I just unplugged my headphones. Whoops.
I see. Well, yeah, that was a pretty good response, I think. I think it's just a big miscommunication, I guess. Yeah. Anyway,
I like the reply from Chad from Cold Ones going,
"Oh yeah, the first one,
I'm totally
Chad.
Heartbroken. All the crotch grabbing, slaps on the ass, open mouth kissings we've done over the years, and now I'm just finding out that you've both been homophobic the whole time. Words cannot describe how deeply betrayed I feel right now." Crying emoji.
That is pretty funny, because I think the only time I only ever see clips of SuperMega when they're being like the gayest, the straightest gay men I've ever seen.
What do you mean? They're just my coworkers.
What do you mean? They're just my coworkers. Smash cut to the clip of that one mail opening video where they unpack like a condom pack or something. They're like, "Do you want to try it out?" It's like, "Yeah, sure." And then like it gets to them in like the other room, like pretending to jerk each other off. Anyway,
to Creator Clash 2 when they sung the national anthem, then kissed at the end.
Just some homies kissing. That's all.
God bless the USA.
Anyway,
I like how their kiss literally overshadows the fact that he rips open his like chest to reveal American flag under his skin.
Hell yeah.
It's completely overshadowed from it, and I'm like, nobody ever talks about it. It's so wild.
Just a little funny, that's all.
Anyways, though.
So, you want to hear about my dog situation that's been happening recently?
Hell yeah, brother. Tell me why we're canceling them.
Okay. So what happened was, I got a text from my aunt a few days ago saying, I have to drop off my dog at your place so you could take care of him for a couple days. And I'm like, I didn't reply to it because it was like a group message thing, and I just assumed that someone else would. My sister did, I think, but both my parents have my aunt blocked. And they told us to block her too. They told us to block her too. You know, in a situation where like someone is crazy in your family and, you know, you don't want anything to do with them. But but they don't seem to realize that I'm a content creator. I'm an influencer. I gotta know what's going on here.
You got a rise and grind gamer.
Exactly. It gives me an excuse to not block her just to see what kind of crazy stuff she texts me, which is totally not racist or anything like that. So I'm like, okay. And I don't know if I told you this, but my aunt, she pretty recently got a dog, like within the last 4 months ish. And the dog's very cute. It's like a small dog it's like a Dachshund, whatever the dog breed that has small legs are, short legs. Yeah, whatever the dog breed has short legs are. No, it's not a Corgi. It's the other one that has short legs. It's like a wiener dog or something.
Dash Corgi?
Well, it's not Corgi at all. But yeah, so it's she wants to drop it off at our place. And the only problem I saw with that was that you know how one of my dogs is very aggressive? So you know that meme? There's this meme that's going on. Yeah, just one of them. Well,
I think both of them, JD, I couldn't tell the difference when I met them.
Well, the thing is that one of them just kind of follows whatever the black one does. So he like barks when my black dog barks, but he's not actually like serious about it. He just like finds it fun or something. But the black one is actually aggressive. And you know that meme was like, oh, my dog doesn't bite. It's fine.
He don't bite.
You don't bite, it's fine. And then it's like the dog's like vicious, is like foaming at the mouth.
Yes, they do.
But I don't say that. I say, yes, don't pet the dog because it will bite you. And it has bit people and it has attacked people. So I know that, you know, let's not keep the dog around not us. So I'm thinking in my head like, oh, she brings this dog over. My dog's going to attack it. Like the black one will attack it. I have a white dog and it's fine with everything.
But racially,
what?
I'm just saying, it seems like you're making this like a race thing, and that's kind of weird, man. That's weird of you.
What do you mean?
The white dog is the okay one.
I mean, but that's how it is. But I don't. What do you mean, man. Race thing? What?
Something's wrong with you, man.
What do you mean?
I'm just fucking with you. Or am I?
What are you assuming that black dogs are like, huh? What are you assuming that they're normally like? I'm
just going off what you're saying.
What are blacks normally like? What are the blacks normally like, James? Tell me.
Whoa,
I don't understand.
Whoa, what is wrong with you, James? What is wrong with you?
Unlike you, James, I don't assume that black dogs. I don't assume that black dogs are naturally violent. It's just because maybe mine didn't have the best childhood, I guess, because we picked it up like a few years in.
Blame that.
It doesn't have the best childhood, and you know, and
typical.
And it's a mix of Chihuahua and whatever. I forgot the second race, but there's Chihuahua in it, and Chihuahuas are pretty violent. So,
Jay, there's more than two races, okay?
So yeah, the black one will attack people and other dogs. So I'm thinking in my head like, oh, she brings this dog over, it's gonna get attacked by my dog, and it might get hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she brought it over anyway, and now we're taking care of it, and it's not potty trained. So both my dogs are, I think they would be considered seniors. They're over 10 years old, so they're pretty old. And this new dog is like a year old, and it's also kind of small because it's short. And yes, what I know that I believe you when you say that my intuition is usually wrong all the time.
Because it is, yeah.
But I guess in this case, it was also not wrong again. And my dog did attack this dog. I don't think it was like super hurt or anything, but it's scared as fuck of my dog now, and it's happened a couple times actually. Actually, whenever my dog gets too close to the new dog, or the new dog gets too close to my dog, it like snaps at it and like tries to attack you. We gotta like hold it back and stuff.
I think that's just shit, Jesus Christ.
What happened?
I accidentally hit a cord and it like almost launched everything off my desk.
Jesus, dude, calm down.
Yeah,
man.
I was literally just shifting my leg back slightly and it just fucking swung.
Don't get so excited, dude. Jesus. So yeah, this new dog is.
Remember what I was saying.
Can't wait for this new dog to make it out unscratched. It's not potty trained, and I'm pretty sure my aunt. I think I remember my aunt saying something about that when she was talking about her new dog. Was that like I just don't have the time to potty train it, so it just pisses and shits all over the house. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I'm not much of a pet guy. I don't enjoy the company of animals much. Mostly because of the hygiene thing, and also the whole. I don't know if I can take care of this pet as good as it should be taken care of. So I just don't trust myself with owning a pet. So if I ever become like independent, move out, I'm not going to get a pet. So now my house smells like shit and piss. So that's nice. Well, the good thing is I think it smells like shit and piss, but I'm pretty nose blind.
Welcome to the squalor.
I'm pretty nose blind because I'm allergic to dogs. So so I've lost my sense of smell. So I'm just going to assume that it smells like shit and piss because the dog just shits and pisses everywhere. And that's cool, I guess. It's a cute dog, but I don't try not to touch it. And the thing that happens with pets that are around our house is that they always flock to me for some reason, despite me trying to avoid contact with them. They always flock to me because my family loves to fight with each other, and they get really loud and stuff. As I think you've heard it a couple times on the crapshoot, even behind my closed door, my super soundproof door. And then whenever they get scared of my family members like arguing with each other, so they automatically find safety in like the quietest person in the house, and that would be me because I don't really talk that much. So the dogs keep trying to like break into my room. And I can't let that happen because I'm allergic, you know, and it will hurt me.
Just let them in, JD. Just let them in.
It'll hurt me.
Just let them in, JD. They just want to be your friend, pal.
You know, the same way where I don't consume dairy products because I'm lactose intolerant, I won't touch dogs or cats because I'm allergic to them.
No, it's because you're a coward, JD, and we all know it.
Sure, that's fine. You can assume that, James. No, James. I'm offended, James. I'm offended. Actually, James, I was about to spit off to a tangent, but I should probably finish this first. Yeah, so this new dog's here, and it's just chilling out, and I hope it gets out in one piece, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't get out in one piece.
I'll make sure it doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, just earlier I heard my aunt's voice in the living room, and I hope she doesn't come over here and talk to me, because that happens for like...
JD, let me in.
I think they were arguing with my mother about something. My aunt was like arguing like, how could you let your dog attack my dog or something? I'm like, we told you, I guess. But much like
to your window and just kind of like bangs on it.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where no one just believes what I say. Like I say something that in my mind, it makes perfect sense and it's rational. And everyone is like, no, you're wrong, JD. You're just always wrong. Why are you saying this? It's wrong. And then what I say happens. And then everyone's like, why didn't you tell me, JD? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's something, you know. I feel like you would have listened to me the last, 20 times I was correct in a row, but I guess not. And it'll continue to be not true in the future. Right, James? Whenever I say something will happen, James, and then you're like, no, JD, you're wrong. You know why you're wrong, JD? Is because I'm the one in control of it this time.
Yeah, do you know why you're wrong, JD? Actually, do you know why you're wrong? I can tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah, why am I wrong, James?
As you are.
Yeah, so yeah, new dog. Babe, new dog just dropped, so Dropped dead on the ground.
That you finally started saying that back to me when I said it to you. I'm like,
it's just one of those memes.
We'll take this meme.
Yeah, new dead dog just dropped.
No, new dead tortoise.
New dead tortoise just dropped. Yeah.
He's buried in a mine, apparently.
Yeah, but I don't blame them. You know, animals will be animals, and they can't control themselves. It's like 90% instinct, so you can't really blame them for. It's like trying to blame nature on something. You know.
No,
I'm sorry. It's like trying to blame nature for being nature. So.
I think you can bully nature.
Blame nature? That's what I meant. I mean, bully? How do you bully nature, James?
Start a forest fire.
Cut down a tree. I can imagine you with like you finally embrace your redneck side. You got like a lumber axe on your shoulder. You're like, oh, I have to cut down this tree for some firewood tonight.
Back to formula.
Back to formula.
Why? Sorry. This whole time I've been looking at my Twitch because I had to like undo a fucking copyright claim for a song that doesn't even play.
Is it a claim or is it just like an ID, like a warning?
It's an alert where it's like, hey, nobody's actually claimed this, but we detected it several times. And I've listened back to the streams and I've even gone to like the playlist I play. Yeah. The song they're accusing me of playing isn't in the playlist, nor does it even sound like any of the songs, and so I'm very confused where it's getting it.
Well, you see, Twitch is just an inferior platform when it comes to content ID.
Yeah, that's why one of the apparently achievements, by the way, that you can get for using Twitch is purchasing a TwitchCon ticket.
Pay to win achievements?
Dude, I was like, there's achievements?
You going to TwitchCon, James? You're a bit Twitcher, right?
Hell yeah, brother. I'm on the road again.
Yeah. How's that Texas situation looking?
Woo-wee, is it not looking any bit like not confusing?
What do you mean? Isn't Noah coming with you now?
I don't fucking know. Like I've asked Noah and Noah goes,
oh, you just don't know?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, he fucking he went, ooh, I don't know. I'll have to check. And I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of need to know soon. He's like, I don't know. So like I asked my brother, I'm like, hey, do you want to go? And he's like, I don't know. I'll have to check. And I'm like, oh my God, I just haven't.
Hey, at least you got a straight answer out of me.
I just want to know.
At least you got a straight answer out of me.
And I hate it.
What do you mean?
I hate it.
I do not lead people on, James. If I say I'm not going, I'm not going. And I'm not going. Good luck, Jack.
I was literally like, it's a full ride. I'll pay for everything. You're like, no.
No.
Motherfucker.
Enjoy your time in Texas, James.
I probably won't.
Why not?
I'll probably enjoy it more when I'm gone, and I'll like reflect.
You know, James,
that was a nice experience.
You say you're so socially like anxious or whatever, you have troubles in public or whatever, but you seem like the most extroverted person to me. Like I can't do anything without my friends or whatever, and I don't want to do this alone.
JD, do you know how many times I cancel on friends because I hate going out? Like I hate being seen or perceived.
No idea.
It's quite often. I rarely go out with any of my friends to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you went to watch the movie theater because
nobody's looking at me.
But you want to go to this convention, right?
Yeah.
So stop being a pussy and just go to the convention.
No.
It makes no sense to me, James. You know what?
What makes no sense to me is why people can't just say yes or no. Just say yes or no.
I did say yes or no, and I said no.
I'll kill you dead.
It's like for some reason, I think the people that I watch when I first watch them are like calm and. Sorry, I heard something outside my door. Give me a second.
I think people are calm. There's a man outside my door.
Chad, he's outside my door. What'd I do?
I just realized.
Did you just realize what I was referencing there? Come on, man.
You said Chad, and I didn't hear chat.
Chad.
And then it I was like thinking, and I'm like, oh, it's Nico.
Were you thinking in your head like this sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it? You're thinking in your head, he's definitely making a reference.
I've now also asked my dad to go to Texas with me, and he is considering it more than my brother and Noah.
Oh, and your sister doesn't want to go? She said no?
My dad won't let my sister go.
I see.
It's
dangerous, right?
No. He's forbade it, basically.
Why she's not a very good cookie, so she's under house arrest?
She did crash the car, so no.
No, you don't get to do what you want to do, because when you do what you want to do, people get hurt. And especially people who just lost a loved family member.
Literal wife the previous day.
Yep. Very recently, just yesterday. So what was I saying before? I lost track.
You were telling me about your dog, but I thought we finished that story.
No, what I was just saying right before I said something was outside my door. You remember?
Fuck. No, I don't. I
don't remember it either.
Roll the tape back.
Roll it back.
Wait, you don't have instant rewind?
No, the fear of someone outside my door immediately erased my memories, my short-term memory. I was saying something about. Oh, right. So the people that I watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking when I first watched them that they're calm and reasonable people. I see clips of like Asmongold and Charlie. I'm like, oh yeah, these are pretty down to earth people. And then I realized how irrational these people are also.
Yes.
In the same way that you are. And it makes zero sense. Literally zero sense. Where I'll start with Charlie because, no hate to the guy. I like watching dude. He's funny.
All hate to Charlie.
One of his recent you want to kill him because of his bad takes on Ruby, huh?
I'll murder him. I'll kill him for what he said about Ruby.
And Halo.
The Halo TV show.
So in one of his recent clips, he says he uses Sony Vegas as the editing software.
Okay.
Like Sony Vegas 2007. Said that before,
and that's insane to me.
Yeah. For me, I was like, okay, you can use whatever you want. I don't care. But then he's like, I don't understand how this issue isn't fixed yet. And I'm like, I perfectly understand why it's not fixed.
Charlie, you're using
it's because nobody uses it. You're using Sony Vegas 2007. Nobody uses it.
Version of the software.
It's outdated. Nobody uses it. Of course, it's not going to get fixed. And he's like, they need to fix it.
Complaining about?
You can't launch it anymore with internet.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
So if you're plugged into Ethernet and you try to launch the software, it just doesn't launch. So you have to unplug the Ethernet, and then it launches up, and then you can plug it back in and then continue editing. Yeah, and he's like, they need to fix this right now. And I'm like, why not just switch to a newer, better one? The newer softwares are easier to use. They're faster. They're better. And they're free, and they're also free too. And like the one I use is free, and it's better, and it's faster than Sony Vegas 2007. So why not just switch? And then it's just the same. And in my mind, I can picture him giving me the same excuse you give me whenever you're telling me like, I don't want my coworkers to find out about my account. I was like, why not just make a new account? No, I can't do that. It's like,
why not? I've already invested all this shit into this account, JD. I don't want to go and just start again.
No, but this was before you started streaming again. This is when you weren't streaming at all.
A bunch of people. I had all my info set up. I don't want to go set it all up again.
What do you mean? It takes like 2 minutes to set up your info.
I've settled, JD.
There's the same excuse where it's like, no, I've been using this software for years. It's what I know. This new stuff is too complicated or whatever.
Oh, that one's different though. I feel like that one's different.
Oh, is it different?
That's Charlie's whole life.
It is not his whole life. It's an editing software. He even said he doesn't even edit that much. He even says he doesn't even edit his videos that much, right? He doesn't cut it that much. He doesn't put any extra effects or anything. It costs him nothing to move to a new software. So yes, in my mind, it is the same situation that you were in too when I was like that.
Insane. You are.
It's like the business PayPal thing too, where it's like just set it up, and you're like, nah, I can't. It just doesn't work. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Just literally wouldn't work.
And I was like, okay, I'll set it up and see if it works. And then I set it up in like 2 minutes. I'm like, James, it's the simplest thing ever.
No, JD, I don't know what to tell you. It was like send us a picture of your ID, and I was like, I sent.
I don't know what to tell you. Sony Vegas 2007, it just works. I don't know what to tell you. It just works.
Hold on, this is two different things. The business PayPal and the Sony Vegas.
It's the same concept, James, where you can easily find an alternative solution, and you just don't. You just don't. for, in my mind, a completely irrational reason.
I played the music. You stop talking now. We've
it's one of those things too where I'm like, yeah, the double doors are open, and you're like, no, they're closed or like locked. Of course they are. And I'm like, okay, let's go try it. We see in the morning that they're open. I'm like, see, look, they're open. Like, no, they could be locked at night. And I'm like, you are insane, James. You done, James?
So
yeah, so Charlie was telling me about made a video for some reason. He's doing the same style of videos he's doing on his main channel, but on his clip channel now, where he just like sits down and talks to the camera. So it's funny that it's not like it's a clip channel, but there's some no longer clips on there. It's just straight up videos, like extra videos that he does where he rants about things.
He's that guy.
Yes, my solution, just stop using Sony Vegas 2007 and
okay, but that's not the same as the PayPal one, JD. It's not me just stopping and moving over to something else. It's that I tried to set it up and it said send us a picture.
Well, it's not similar to PayPal. It's similar to a Twitch account. No, I say just stop using it, just move it to another one.
I'm talking here.
You can literally just move it to another one with like a very similar name, and no one would know the difference.
Okay, but you're trying to make the PayPal business thing an example. Didn't work because
I'm making that an example of a concept of just use it, and you just don't.
I tried using it and it wouldn't let me set it up.
Yeah. Just like Charlie tried using Sony Vegas 2007 and it doesn't work anymore.
What Charlie says is that it does work. You just gotta unplug it.
Another thing.
Understand. Charlie's works. Mine literally wouldn't work. I took a picture. I literally emailed it to myself.
Another thing, Asmongold.
Getting all the info in there and everything.
I've seen a bunch of Asmongold clips recently, and I don't even know if I don't even see any of his gameplay anymore. Like I don't see him play games much on his channel. His channel's only like reaction content now.
Yeah, it's pretty much all his content's become.
And I saw him recently react to someone reacting to him cooking a $2 steak or something.
Jesus Christ.
And like his motto is like, I want to min-max everything. I want everything to be efficient. I want everything to like, that's why I cook. That's why I have a $2 steak so I can cook it super fast, no problem.
It's not.
And then I watched the video, and it's like the most inefficient thing I've ever seen.
It sounds like
where he's like, all right, guys, so we're gonna need a pot, but all my pots are dirty because I don't want to wash them. And then so he spends like 5 minutes washing the pot, and I'm like, dude, just wash your goddamn dishes. And better yet, just use a dishwasher.
You can't be comparing me to Asmongold here when I do wash my dishes all the time.
I'm not comparing you to Asmongold. I'm just saying.
You just said I'm like Asmongold.
What? No.
You said I was like Asmongold. You were like.
No, I said you were like Charlie. In that, I said you were like Charlie's. You were like Charlie when he was like Sony Vegas. I did not say you were like Asmongold.
You said, and this is the quote.
James, I'm going to say this. It's recorded. It is public. It is recorded. I don't know why you're doing this, James. If you like, you could assume that you can't just rewind 30 seconds and see what I heard.
People I watch, like Asmongold and Charlie, you were saying people like them and everything. They seem like normal people, and then they just do insane stuff. Like you said something like that. Like they do insane stuff that makes no sense.
I think the people I watch. You're
comparing me to Asmongold and Charlie, but what Asmongold does is insane. He's just a weird creep. No offense to him. He's a weird. I don't mean to say creep. He's a weird guy.
Creep, dude. No, it's too late. You already said it, man. I've gotten you. I got you to 4K. You said creep. That's the first thing came out of your mind. I know what you're thinking now.
Well, JD, I'm actually your editor, so I'll be using Sony Vegas to cut this out.
Well, it's funny that you're not. You might not even be your own editor. Who knows?
How'd you know I hire out?
You should fire that guy because he's not posted anything in a while.
Hold, let me spin around in my chair and fire myself.
Yeah, Jay. So what happens is he's cooking his like $2 steak and he wants to like min-max or whatever.
Which is insane.
Which is also insane. Like, he says he wants to min-max everything, but I'm pretty sure he's just a cheap skate and he just doesn't want to spend money on anything.
Which is
despite the fact that if he does spend money, like more money on the stuff that he does, like his household daily day stuff, it probably wouldn't affect him at all because of how much money he makes.
Rich.
So I have no idea why he just doesn't do it. And if you want to min-max, it's better just to spend more money, because money itself is not, you can't use anything with money. You can buy stuff with money that you can use stuff with, but you can't use the money itself for anything. So it's better just to spend the money on things to make your life easier, right? If you want to min-max stuff and spend less time, say, washing the pot, you can just use the dishwasher, right? Stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, just use more money. Just use the money to min-max easier. Just like how you pay to win in games, you can pay to win in real life, and it's more worth it. Games. It's always worth it to pay to win in real life. But yeah, it's just one of those other things that just doesn't make any sense to me. But for some reason, also Asmongold likes his steak cooked like medium to well done, which is the incorrect way to eat a steak. Medium rare is the best way to eat a steak. So.
Okay, I just wanted to check. I wanted to see what you would say.
Oh, were you going to say you like medium better? It's fine. Most of my family likes medium.
I assume I don't know why, but I assumed you'd be one of those dudes that would go, I like my steaks blue.
I like my steaks literally brown. Brown on the outside, brown on the inside.
Wait, do you know what blue means?
No.
Like completely raw, just untouched.
Oh, no. I mean, it's got to be cooked.
I hate
at least cook the outside, man. Like, come on.
No, people genuinely just have it raw, just as is.
I don't think that'd be very appetizing to me. I think just a lightly raw on the inside, medium rare. That's where it's at. That's where the best flavor comes out. Best juiciness.
That's where I say, ooh, this shit busting for real.
Yeah, but Asmongold doesn't like that, and that's fine, But he makes comparisons like cowboys back in the day ate this. But the reason why cowboys and like rich people back in the day ate steak well done is because if they didn't eat steak well done, they die of dysentery or something, like food poisoning. Yeah, but now we live in the modern world. And in the modern world, in the future, medium rare is the way to go. So welcome to the future, old man.
My food back then was literally just, I don't know, throw shit into a pot with water and then, I don't know, like bread and like meat of some sort. Pulling the fuck out of it.
Food back then, it was not very palatable. It wasn't very delicious.
I just watched like 4 cowboy movies in a row before doing this podcast episode. They don't eat good food ever.
No. God, no.
It's just, they always depict them as eating just shit. And it's like, dear God, your fucking immune system. Man.
Well, they didn't have enough time to spend on making food better because they're too busy spending time on not dying.
Everybody was shooting each other. Dude, how many fucking people died in the Wild West? How the fuck did this many people die in these movies, man? It gets insane.
Yeah, so I'm surprised he can even get $2 steak. Like, it's so cheap. I don't even know where he gets it from.
You said that, my brain immediately went, $14 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
$19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Didn't that dude get arrested or something? Isn't he a criminal?
Wait, what?
The dude who said $19 Fortnite card, the original guy. I thought he was like a criminal. Now he's like arrested or something.
Was he? I wasn't aware. Hold on, wait, I gotta look this up.
Maybe I'm misremembering this from someone else that was similar to that, but I'm pretty sure it was that dude. I don't know. I don't remember where I saw that, but I think he is like arrested or something. He did some crime. I swear. $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
$19 Fortnite card, the meme that ruined its creator's life, is the first result.
There's so many videos like that where it's like D's nuts ruined this guy's life or something. It's the D's nuts guy.
$19 Fortnite card, the meme that nearly killed its creator.
Killed him?
The $19 Fortnite card guy.
What?
Oh no, I'm looking.
How did he almost die from it?
I don't know.
Did he get into an online argument with someone and the dude said pull up, and then so he did, and then get shot?
When I took that break from TikTok and I wasn't posting, I was thinking about bad stuff to me, bro. Because all the people kept telling me, you asking little kids for stuff? Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
EDP 2? E2 EDP?
At 2? It's just like his response video is just him eating a $19 Fortnite card.
It's I can't believe EDP is still making videos. He
can literally do nothing else. He can't do anything else. He gets kicked out of everything he tries to do.
I know.
Because of what he's done.
It's like mini led. He's come back to YouTube and he's making videos again, but nobody will sponsor him because every time he gets a sponsor, all of his
I'm pretty sure he's demonetized too.
All the viewers fucking flood the people.
All the viewers hate him. He's demonetized. No ad revenue. Why even stream? No one cares. No one cares about his shit. Wish I remembered targeting kids my entire life.
Target kids.
Oh. Anyway, you hear that news story about that lady who fell and her baby stroller was riding toward traffic?
No, this sounds like the plot of like a Cody Banks movie.
Yeah, well, everyone is hating on this woman. So what happened was...
Really? People hating on a woman for what sounds like almost not her fault?
I think it's her fault for this, but not for the reason everyone else is saying.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah, so
because it sounds like you're saying she accidentally fell into the.
No, so what happened was there's a girl. There was this lady and she was parked. Her car was parked on the side and she had her baby stroller next to her, and it was a windy day. So what happened was she was rummaging inside her car for something, and the baby stroller starts rolling down the hill, and they were parked on a hill, so it was rolling down the hill toward traffic, like ongoing like straight up highway traffic. And then so then she realizes it's rolling down the street. She stops rummaging. She gets out and she tries to chase after it, but then she falls. And when she falls, she like face plants really hard. And then she tries getting up, but then she falls again, and she keeps trying to get up and falling, like getting up and falling. And eventually she just like kind of like takes a knee and just stares at the baby stroller as it's like almost gonna get hit by this traffic. And some dude like comes out of frame out of nowhere sprinting, and he grabs the stroller and saves the baby. And the reason why everyone is hating on this woman is because well, she is a larger woman than normal, than I guess not normal. I guess she's just an average American woman is what I would say. So and they were saying that's the reason she couldn't or like if she was lighter, she would be able to catch the stroller rather than fall down over and over again.
Is this actual insanity?
And to some extent, if she was lighter, would she be able to catch the stroller and not fall down? I don't know. I mean, she was old. She was like 60 or something. So even if she lost a bunch of weight, I don't even know if she could catch the stroller. If there was a better chance, maybe, I guess. But my reason why I don't like the lady is because she left the stroller just like at a perfect spot where it could roll down the hill on a windy day. She's parked on a hill, on a downhill, toward traffic, and just left the stroller there unattended. And that's the reason I don't like that. See, that's a valid reason to hate on this woman. Is because number one, don't leave your kid.
Right reason.
Don't leave your kid in a stroller unattended on a windy day on a hill rolling down, and downhill is traffic because that baby stroller. The baby stroller doesn't have brakes. Okay, it doesn't have brakes. So don't leave it there on the street, on the hill. Just don't leave it there. Put it like next to you or something. Put your leg on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like an actual reason to be upset. And everybody else is just like, she's fat.
She's fat. So she's fat, and that's why she fell down. She probably injured herself pretty badly. She probably injured herself pretty badly when she fell down too, because she just couldn't get back up. Like she was the first time she fell. I could link you this video too.
Yeah, let me see it.
Here. What was it called? It's not called Women Leaves. It's called Hero Saves Baby Stroller. That's what the thing was.
There goes my hero.
There goes my hero. It's like, and it's on like this camera, and a bunch of people are watching the replay of this footage, and they're like, and there's like, oh my god, look at this. It looks terrible. Here, you can watch that real quick. It repeats itself. It's only like 30 seconds long, and you can watch it while I keep talking about it. So yeah, she just leaves it there unattended, like right in the middle of the street, pretty much. And I'm like, you are an idiot. Do not do that. At least prop the stroller up on like a car door or something. Don't just leave it there. So yeah, she sees it like roll down. She runs. She tries to run after it, falls down, and she couldn't get back up anymore. And if you read some of the comments down here, they're like obesity is a deadly disease in America.
What are the comments going to say, JD?
Well, a lot of them, a decent amount of them say, good job to the dude who decided to go and save the baby. And there's also a decent amount that say, lose weight. You should not be fat, and that's why. So.
She runs like I do in my dreams. That's funny.
That was pretty good. Funny. It's got 69 likes as well. So yeah, what do you think about this?
I've watched this 4 times and can't determine if she's injured or invisible forces preventing her from utilizing Earth's gravitational field.
Yeah, for me, it seemed like she injured her knee when she fell. But for me, like when she first fell, it seemed like she kind of just like plank flopped onto it, and I didn't see her like knee come into contact with me. But maybe it's just because the footage is like bad quality.
The part where she falls over so I can see again.
Her first face plant would seem pretty bad, but I don't know if it like fucked up her knee or anything. It probably did, but I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like the moment she tries standing on her left foot, she can't move.
Yeah.
It might have been she twisted her ankle.
Yeah, that's probably it too.
Strained
but
her
I guess, but even on a twisted ankle, can't you still stand up?
Well, yeah, but
because I've twisted my ankle a bunch too, and I could sort of walk, and if like if it was my kid rolling down the street, even if I was like super injured, I'd at least like fucking I could probably power through it with adrenaline. And at the very least, like crawl or something. Try to like move somewhere toward the kid. But she just like, there is a point where she kind of just gives up and just stares at it as it goes toward the street.
So what I'm thinking happened here is that she thought she put like the locks on the wheels for the stroller in, and she's like prepping the seat to put the baby in.
Yeah.
And then like it starts rolling and she thought it wouldn't. So then it's like kind of catching her by surprise. She starts running. Falls,
yeah, but I'm assuming it's a windy day for that to happen, right?
It can be, or it can literally just be that because they're on a hill currently as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it could just be that they're on a hill and that's going. Because like if you
but even if
you were to like the grocery store and get groceries and like you're packing it in and everything, and like your car will be sitting still sometimes, and then it'll just start going because for no reason.
Right, but like in this situation, though, wouldn't you just prop the baby stroller on the car door? Like she has a couple car doors open. Just put it in front of the car door. Even if you did think the locks were going to work, just put it in front of the car door just in case it doesn't. No, but she like leaves it like right in the middle. It looks like the middle of the street, doesn't it? Like where the stroller is at the start.
From where it is, it could be. But yeah, no, I agree with you. She shouldn't have left the baby there because that's like so far away from the car and stuff. But again, this could be she just like opened up the doors and she's like getting everything. She's about to go grab the stroller, bring it over and stuff. Yeah. It could be that because that's what it looks like to me from like what I'm used to doing whenever like I have to get something from like a cart or something like this.
Yeah, that's but I guess in defense of all the people saying she's just fat and probably should just do it, I guess if she was in better shape, she probably wouldn't have injured herself so bad trying to save the kid. That's probably what I would say.
That's not gonna always be the thing. It's not the world's not just gonna suddenly get help.
But just because
fucking lady,
even if she was in better shape, I don't know if she would still like save the kid or not. But I think it would help. But I don't think that's like super
good shape.
I don't think that's the most important thing. Most important thing is how about you just be smart with where is preventative measures. Make sure it doesn't happen in the first place, and so you don't have to do it.
Yeah, this really is just a situation of like you're saying. This just don't leave the baby in a place that could go wrong. Like if you have a baby and you're near a pool, don't fucking leave the baby unattended.
She just proved every scary movie scene where the white woman always falls at the wrong time to be true.
Yeah, again, it could because looking at the ground, it's like fucked up asphalt and different layers. And stuff.
That was. Like. I thought for a second. Like if the title, if you didn't see the title and you saw this like video, you thought for sure that baby was like dead.
Yeah,
it was like it was so close to getting onto that street.
It looks like a fucking live leak video.
It does with the bad quality and everything. And holy crap, that guy came out of like nowhere. He wasn't even in frame for like more than a second before he got to that stroller. He's fucking sprinting. He was waddling real fast toward that stroller.
Jesus Christ. I'm sure she would have caught the pram if it had a Big Mac and Coke in it. I'm going to assume pram. Yeah, that's why I said Jesus Christ, but also I'm assuming this is someone from a fucking different country, because what the fuck is pram?
I don't know. Yeah, it probably is someone from a different country.
Oh, cool.
You know that people from other countries make fun of America for being fat all the time, right?
Yeah, I'm also going to make fun of them because they don't know what fucking Chinese food looks like, in Britain especially. Have you seen British Chinese food?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is the thing on TikTok. It's a new thing.
I know insane. You sent me that TikTok, but I couldn't even wrap my head around what that food was. It just looked like American food to me.
It's like an insane version of Chinese, like American Chinese food. Like that's what it looks like to me. It's they're like, okay, it's all like one color as well. Nothing's like different colors. There's no like greens.
No, they all look like they're just like fried, or
it's all like there's the same color of beige. Oh my god, there's so many mukbangs and stuff. I was just trying to find a clip, but there's so many mukbang videos of British people eating Chinese food. Or I'm sorry, a Chinese takeaway.
What is the food then on Chinese take? Is it like rice and noodles and stuff, or what is that?
It's noodles, fries, something called chicken balls, which I'm still not sure what's in it.
Chicken, and then is probably
it's curry sauce and one other sauce.
Fries?
And that's like, yeah, it's fries. It's
imagine, dude, if you ordered Chinese takeout and they gave you fries, you think you got ripped off. Like, what the fuck? This isn't Chinese food.
It's also so vaguely racist with the way that they say it, because it's like British people don't say stuff like any other person in any other dialect would. They like remove some words sometimes, and they'll be like, instead of saying I'm gonna get like Chinese food, they'll be like, I'm gonna get a Chinese. Y'all want to get a Chinese?
That's fine. I mean, you know, I think obviously wordplay in different cultures is always bound to be like that. I don't mind it. Obviously, it does sound sus in an American context, but so does a very common Chinese word, which sounds awfully lot like the N-word, and is used all the time.
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I feel like I've
heard about it.
JD, I was on Vine back in its early days. I remember when that was the big joke that everybody would make every day.
Yeah. So there's a Mandarin word for that, like the word that, and it sounds exactly like the N-word in a certain pronunciation. So, so if you ever go to Chinatown, you hear that word thrown out a lot. Don't think too much of it. It's just Chinese.
Why did a map have video suddenly appear when I'm looking at Chinese takeaway?
Is it food theory? No, food theory. Why do British people think fries is Chinese?
It's so insane yet funny to me, because I went down a rabbit hole watching these videos.
Dude, if we ever go to Britain, we should order Chinese food.
No, a Chinese takeaway.
We should order a Chinese.
People also have talked about how their idea of Mexican food is even worse.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Which, you know, after seeing it, they don't know what Mexican food is either.
I don't blame them, dude. If you think America's not diverse, dude, isn't Britain just all white people? Isn't that just
pretty much? It's all. I
feel like the proportion of white people in Britain is way higher than America. So
it's definitely super high. There's obviously other cultures and stuff, and you'll find like a lot of
well, obviously there's Chinatown there somewhere, right? If they're having Chinese food,
it became a huge problem. So this is actually a very interesting conversation to go into, but it is like the whole thing. Like, a lot of people do not like how many foreigners they have and how many they keep taking in as like refugees because of that. So they do have a large diversity.
Yeah, I sort of get that.
The white population is incredibly racist.
Yeah, I sort of get that. So it's not just white. It's not just white people. It's in like every other country too. Yeah, the majority population doesn't like. They don't like other people coming in because of certain. There's always a certain risk of taking in refugees. But I don't think it's related to race.
Right. No, JD, the reasons usually you'll find are race related.
No, I meant the risk for them is not related to the actual risk is not related to race, but the reasons they don't want to go is definitely related to race. So
it all looks horrible. I'm sorry. I've just been scrolling.
Are you staring at the British Chinese food, dude?
Yeah, I've just been scrolling and looking at thumbnails. They all look so bad, dude. Why they like and they're like, oh, we're gonna plate up a thing of Chinese the day after we got it, and it's just like they throw on so much dumb shit, and then they just dump so much sauce on it, and it's like, this. What does it taste like? Like what
sauce,
flavor
probably?
is here?
It tastes like sauce.
It's like what I don't think you understand what Chinese food is supposed to taste.
Well,
like
it's the food itself is like the food itself is like spongy texture, no taste, just sponge, and then you put the sauce on, so the sponge tastes like the sauce, so it's a spongy texture with the sauce taste.
Oh, I really love when SpongeBob has a nice taste to him.
Exactly.
No, but
James, don't you know SpongeBob is he's not underage actually. He's
no, I think he's in his 40s.
He's an adult.
I never remember, but I'm pretty sure he's in his 40s.
I'm pretty sure SpongeBob is an adult, at least in his in canon. But he just acts like a kid.
Showed his ID once.
He just acts like a kid of how with how optimistic he is. But he has a job, fully working job, and got to get his boating license.
Yeah, he goes to a driving school.
Does he ever get his boating license?
He goes to a driving school, which is not the same as normal school.
No, it's a driving school. with other full grown fish.
Yes, which is still so insane.
Funniest shit ever.
It's just because he has a child's mentality.
Dude, we need to put the hour long the hour long birthday special for SpongeBob on the watch list. They released that like a couple weeks ago.
What did you just say to me?
There's an hour long birthday special for SpongeBob because of how long they've been airing. It's like an anniversary thing for how long they've been airing the show. It's an hour long episode. There's a certain bit in the episode where they go above water onto ground, and they reenact they basically make the Krusty Krab a real thing, and they have the actual actors, the actual voice actors in person acting out like a scene in like how they would do in SpongeBob. But it's like different. They're all named differently, but it's like the same thing pretty much, but just real life SpongeBob. So we should put that on the watch list.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's actually like the actor behind the voice actor of Patrick Star. He's like at the register, and then Squidward, the voice actor Squidward, is behind the register. He's like, yeah, I'll take and then Tom Kenny is wearing like a yellow jumpsuit or something. He's behind the. He's on the fry cook.
I think I know what you're talking. I remember there's a live action clip where they're in the restaurant and like Clancy Brown is there.
Yeah, and then Mr. Krabs.
Plankton has like on a mask that only covers one of his eyes.
Yes. The Plankton comes in, he's like, I'm gonna rob this fight. We need to put that's part of the hour long special. And the hour long special has like a ton of like Easter eggs and stuff from all the previous shows and stuff, or the previous episodes. We need to watch that.
Okay, that's on the list along with everything else.
Cool. I just wanted to bring that up before the end of the episode, which is happening very soon. So one last thing, do you have anything you want to say before?
I can't remember. I think I did, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was just a quick little thing on the whole British people and food. I remember there was a video I saw of like a bunch of British people eating American food, and they were like, "Oh, what is that? What is that taste? Oh, what are these flavors?"
I'll tell you what those flavors are. It's salt and grease. It tastes like salt and it tastes like grease. That's what the taste is.
That is not what a Pop-Tart tastes like.
Oh, Pop-Tart tastes like sugar. There you go.
Yeah, they were eating like a Pop-Tart. Like,
did they not have Pop-Tarts in Britain?
No, they have beans and toast. Oh yeah, I didn't know this. So apparently the beans on toast, the beans are sweet.
Really? They have sweet beans?
Yes, they're sweet.
I don't like that.
Candy dish almost.
It doesn't sound good to me.
That's terrible. That sounds.
I mean, I'll have to try. I have to try it before I definitively say I don't like it. But from the sound of it, I don't think I'll like it.
I mean, that's definitely a food episode, right?
We tried British beans on toast.
That's on that list. We tried British. We
tried British beans on toast. There you go. No, it's like we just parody that British video, but instead it's just Americans try British food, and we're eating the beans and toast like, oh, what is this taste? This is This ain't cheeseburgers. Hey, Jimmy, come down to the shop, man. I got us some beans and toast. This shit tastes terrible, man. That's just our shit.
I say, this is like tasting home. Oh.
They eat a bite. They eat a bite of like the KFC, and they're like, "Oh, great heavens!"
Oh, great heavens! It's the fucking giving a Dorito to a Victorian child meme that British people.
Giving cheesecake to tribal people.
It's them being atomized.
Anyway, one last thing, James. Yeah. I know that you like to get political very often.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
And one thing about it is maybe that's not so good for the longevity of this channel. So maybe instead of all the political stuff on the crapshoot, you can just launch your own thing where we're in person, and then you can talk about your political stuff you want to talk about on your own.
I'll pick you up in the car and drive you around as I scream.
Are we in the car? Politics.
This is what's
so. My idea is you could just make your own like podcast thing where if you want to do it in live person, we can live action. I mean, my summer break's about to come up, and I'll try to find some time.
Jay, we got a lot we're gonna be doing now that summer's coming up, and then I figured out how to work OBS.
and then you can talk about all you want about your politics there. I know you're a big Hassan fan, Hassan head.
Yeah, I'm the next Hassanabi head.
Yeah, so if you ever want, if you want to talk about your politics, you can do it on that thing, and I'll join you as a voice of central voice, I guess.
It's dirty centrist.
Why don't you have any? You literally have no viewpoint. You like Sneeko talk to like he has no views, 0 views. He just panders to the public.
Yeah, Jay, you and Sneeko have a lot in common.
Yeah, me and Sneeko. You're right.
Yeah,
we have a lot of things in common, including being tall and handsome, successful, and
Keep trying.
Down to earth.
I know you didn't just call Sneeko successful.
I'm sorry. Is he not successful, James? Where is he right now?
He really isn't.
Where is he right now?
Where is he? That's a good question.
He's in Japan, James.
Oh no!
I think he's in Japan.
Someone get him out of there.
Nah, they love him there.
I'm afraid. Bro's gonna go do some shit that I don't want.
What do you think Sneeko's gonna do, huh, James?
I feel like he's gonna commit some sort of crime. I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna be like, no, this would be acceptable by Japanese people, and then he'd do it, and they'd be like, "You're under arrest. You just assaulted a person." No, I didn't.
Dude, you don't know. Sneeko's all talk, dude. It's just japes. He's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna jape around.
Yeah, it's like the Meat Canyon video.
Charlie, he's not like Logan Paul, and he's actually like being a menace to the Japanese society or anything.
It's so insane that he's gotten away with so much shit. What
do you mean? He's redeemed himself.
No, he hasn't. He still has not. No.
Oh yeah.
Before he even filmed that dead body.
If everyone says that he's a redemption, he's been on a redemption arc, and then you're the only one who says he hasn't. I mean, who's right, huh?
Who said this? His other two hosts of Impulsive, or are they the ones that said this?
Yeah, and all his fans, all of his 21 million fans, James. Which I'm sorry, do you have a YouTube channel with 21 million or something? Do you have 21 million?
Yeah, actually, I do. My name is Hassan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Well,
I'm actually doing whiteface. No, but Logan Paul's not redeemed himself. He literally, before he filmed the dead body, he just made several videos of him running around terrorizing people in Japan. And like being incredibly offensive.
Oh yeah.
He was horrible.
It was funny.
It was not.
That'll be it from us though. If you enjoyed, you should subscribe. Then you can catch us every Sunday is when these things come out. Every Sunday, no matter what. Every day I wake up on Sunday. The day that the crapshoot drops. So do it. Just subscribe. Bring us out, James.
So yeah, I think we get in my car and then I have to make some rattle sometime.